Happy New Year and happy 2023. This is Women in Construction. I'm your host, Felista. Today, I'm so excited, super excited if I can say, to have an interaction with a woman who has been in this sector for more and many years. Somebody who has an experience also working here in Africa. And this is the only program that will introduce you to super women, maybe, and women who are doing extraordinary work when it pertains to construction. As you know, this is a field that has been male-dominated, but now women are taking over. So kindly be with me as we hear her story.
Hello, my name is Nidia Diaz and I'm a woman in construction. How I came to these worlds. I finished my degree in chemistry and I start work immediately in a chemical construction company, Sika. So I was immediately in construction without knowing that I was in a construction business already. So my first years I start to work around the lab. I was a technician doing QC. And as time goes by, I start to really be involved in the construction itself. I start to do technical support on the job sites. So during some time, my job was to go to the job sites to teach the people how to do concrete. When I had to start to go to the job sites to teach the people how to do concrete, you wonder how I felt and what was the reaction from the people on the job site. People on the job site, as you can imagine, I'm thinking, and I'm speaking about men because basically I was the only woman around, and I'm speaking, when I start to go initially to the job sites was almost 30 years ago. Almost when I start to work in Sika, I went immediately to the job sites. The first impression, it was strange, the initial feeling, but I had no time. And you know, when Sika, when we go to a job site, our goal is to help people and it's to share knowledge. So the knowledge I had and our customers, our partners, they needed support. So of course they smile when they see me, it's natural. But then as soon as we start to speak about the technical issues, as soon as I was teaching them how to do concrete, the initial awkward or the initial position that the people had, the ice was immediately broken because they start to treat me as an equal. They didn't, after some minutes, nobody realized I was a woman and they were a man because we were speaking about concrete. We were speaking about sharing knowledge. So that's it. And to be honest, all these, if I look back and if I see all these 30 years, and again, most of my time, the environment that I worked in Sika was basically men because I was working most of my time related to concrete, related to areas in construction that suddenly when I realize it's mainly men, but I get used to and I don't feel that they treat me different. Okay, I'm different, but I don't feel any issue. I find my way, they find their way, the men, how to deal with me, I would say. Okay, if I look back, and of course nowadays we see a lot of women in construction. I would say that when I started, we were only a few, was not so common, but now the way I look at it and when I see much more women studying, much more women focus on their career. And when a woman goes to a job site and if she knows what she's doing, we have no issues. Everybody will treat us as the same way as they treat a man. I don't see any difference. What kept me going on the construction during these 30 years and in the same company, it's a common question, especially now that I will do 30 years. It's a good landmark. I would say that, as I mentioned, I started in the company doing QC. My first degree is chemistry, and I had the opportunity to grow in the company. So I was doing first QC, Then I was more involved in R&D. Then I went to do technical assistance on the job sites. And then I went to sales. So if I look back, I had lots of opportunities in the company and I took them. You know, I took all the opportunity that the company gave to me and I did many different things. And for me, the last big step was then in 2014 when I took the challenge to go out of Europe and to come to work in Africa. If I have to speak about the balance between work, family, working, you know, I started to work in Portugal and now I'm working in Africa. I've been traveling a lot, but I would say it's on my DNA. So I'm the type of person that can't be quiet, so I have to move all around. And one of the key success factors, or one of, I would say, my secret, it's family, it's people. I've been surrounded by people that were always supporting me. And okay, my family, it's one of my pillars. And all around, wherever I go, what makes really the difference, and it doesn't matter if we are working in Europe, in Africa, in Asia, it's people. It's what really matters. And I was lucky, I would say. I was always surrounded basically by very good people that keep me pushing, keep me giving challenges that I would go for it. How do I find working in Africa? For now, you know, I like to work in Africa. And again, if you see me smiling, it means that I'm happy and I like challenges. So, in Africa, and I like to build things. I like to be part of the history of something. I like to make a difference. I like to support people. If you ask me, how can I be happy in small things? I can. But one of the most, one of the things that makes me more happy working in Africa is when we arrive to a country, we start from scratch. We have nobody. Basically, we start with a general manager, we start with a controller, then we have our technical sales team. And to help these people, that some of them, they just finished university, and to share with them all the knowledge we have from the company, all the experiences, and to help them grow, it's really what makes my day. What makes me happy and what makes my day, it's to help people to grow, sharing knowledge with our teams, helping them to do their work, see them growing. Some of our people, they just finish university when they start to work with us. And it's amazing to see after 8 years, to see some of them that they become such a great professional. They became so successful that it's what really makes my day. What we are doing here, it's about sharing knowledge. It's about the Sika way. It's about what we are doing in Africa. What we are trying to do here is to grow up the company, to help the company to grow and to interact with our customers, with our partners by sharing knowledge. We know that if we share knowledge, if we help our partners, our customers to understand about our products, to understand about construction, we are going on the right way. Sika, we came to Kenya and to other countries really to be part of the history of the country. It's not only about the history of Sika, about the history of Sika in Africa. We want to help the country to grow, and we believe that this can be done by sharing knowledge, by improving the knowledge of the people, and that's what we were here doing today. So today we were focused on sharing some information about our systems that we have for flooring. If you ask me my advice as a woman to other colleagues to join the construction market, I would say that we are determined. Basically, we know what we want to do and we just have to do it. You know, the construction business, is an area like any others. We just need to take the courage to go for it and to do our best, because we women, we are really good.
Thank you so much, Nydia, for coming to Kenya, and thank you so much for the support that you are giving to women. And happy that you're encouraging women. There you have it. This is Women in Construction.